Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Chef Pam, and today we're getting ready to do a cast iron whole roasted chicken. This is a whole roaster. We're going to put it all together, and I'll show you just how I'm going to do it. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on my notification bell so you'll always get my recipes. And then just keep hanging around because I have a whole channel full of recipes that'll get you there. Let's get busy. Okay, we are back. And as I said, this is a whole roaster. Let me show you what it looks like if you go to buy it in the store. So when you're looking for your oven stuffer, your whole roaster that is a chicken, this is what you want to look for. It has no antibiotics or anything. It is called a whole roaster. Okay, you know, there are a lot of food shortages right now, and as information comes down the pipeline, it may be a turkey shortage as well. So this is a good option if you still want a whole roaster sitting up there nice fancy on your table. So what we're going to do today is exactly what I would do if this was a turkey, not one thing different. This whole roaster even has its own thermometer in it, so you don't even have to worry about that. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your your whole roaster is clean inside and out. You want to pat it dry and let it sit in the refrigerator for at least 3 or 4 hours to dry out. Now we've got some green pepper, onion, lemon, some celery, garlic cloves. I also have some soy sauce and butter here, and we will be using some salt. Now you can season your whole roaster or turkey any way you want. I'm going to take mine here, put it over here, and as you can see, I had paper towels in here soaking up additional water. Some melted butter. We're actually using a total of 1 stick. Part of it is melted and part of it is not. Take just a little bit of your melted butter and brush it down in the bottom of your skillet. Make sure your hands are clean because you're going to be picking up your chicken quite often. So just set them in there. Now, the first thing we want to do is get our veggies chopped up. They need to be a rough chop, so I'm going to chop my veggies up and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I have all our veggies cut up. Now we are using the Trinity, which means onions, green peppers, and celery. Now I also have some garlic and some lemon in here. I will have all the ingredients plus the measurements of what I'm using today down in the description. Garlic, you don't even need to remove the paper because we're not actually going to be eating any of these veggies in here. This is just to cook and season our bird. So for the garlic, all you want to do, you can leave that little paper on there, but you do want to go in and smash it. That's going to release the oils and everything from your garlic. So you do want to smash it a little bit. Also going to be using some soy sauce and regular Himalayan salt. You will find a lot of people will season it up with all kind of herbs, and that is absolutely amazing and wonderful. But when my bird browns, I just like a beautiful brown bird. So I season my bird from the inside and let those flavors come up through in that manner. So you want to put a piece of lemon in here first, then no rhyme or reason. I go in with some onion. I go in with some celery. And I go in with some green pepper. Now up top here, you also have, turn this around, you also have another cavity. On a turkey, this cavity is huge, okay? So you can fill it up as much as you can fill the other cavity up. But we're still going in with another lemon half up here, couple of pieces of onion, couple of pieces of celery, and you're pushing it down in there. So push it on down in there. Couple of pieces of green pepper and garlic. And then you want to take that skin. I don't know if you can see this pretty good. My hands are in the way. You want to take this skin from where the neck comes and pull it over as far as you can, just like that, to tuck it under. See, you're closing that cavity up just like that, and lay the bird back down. And as far as this cavity right here, we're going to tie the legs. No rhyme or reason on tying the legs either. And don't overstuff your bird. Now that's another thing. When I'm cooking my turkey or a roaster like this, I do not stuff it with dressing or stuffing or anything like that, because truthfully, if you stuff it, the more you stuff the bird, the longer it's going to take to cook. So I typically do not stuff it. So let's get these legs tied. When you're tying the legs, again, there's no rhyme or reason. Just tie the string around the legs so they will stay. That's the bottom line. I know sometimes it looks fancy, or you want to think it's all fancy and hard. Get that string around there, and I've actually cut a piece of string that was too short. That's not going to make it. So let me get a larger piece of string. That piece was not big enough for me to tie. So let's do this again. Again, just grab the legs, twist this twine around here the best you can, and tie it. So all you want to do is tie it. I like to kind of tie it in a bow because it's easier to get it loose sometimes, but you can always cut it loose. Quick, simple, easy. Okay, now from here, we're going to just put some of our onions and the celery stuff around the bird. She is a pretty bird. She's gonna be really pretty when she gets through cooking up Storm. Start her off at 400 degrees until she starts to cook, till the juices start to run out, which typically takes at least 30 minutes. Then I'll drop my temperature back down to about 375 and let her cook the rest of the way. Once this pops, the thermometer that's in the turkey pops, I will then take my foil off and let her brown. At that point, I'm going in that oven every 5 or 10 minutes so that I can rotate my skillet so I can get that even pretty brown all over her. Oh my goodness. So the next thing we want to do, we're going to take some foil, we're going to cover the tips, and we're going to tuck the tips, because we don't want our birds sitting up like this when we come out. Okay, we don't want our wings flying when we come out. So take a little piece of foil. Doesn't take much. Cover up the tips, because the tips will cook faster than the rest of your bird, and that's why we cover the tips up, so that they won't burn while the rest of your bird is still trying to cook. Now that we have our tips covered, we want to tuck the wings up under the bird. Remember how we closed up the top here? So grab it so that that part will stay top. You can lift her up some, okay? If you need to, take it and just push it back. It'll go. Push it back behind the bird. Take the other one and push it back behind the bird, and then sit her back down. Another piece for the feet, or the bottom of the legs. You want to go in and make sure they're covered. You know what? I'm going to have to unwrap this, because guess what? I forgot to put the butter, extra butter, down in the cavity. Remember I said I melted some? I also have half the stick unmelted that I needed to put in the cavity on the inside. So I can just lift the legs up. I don't have to untie them for that, and stuff this butter down in there. So now we want to go in and cover them up. Okay, so now that we have her all prepped and ready to go, that out of the way. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I'm forgetting an awful lot. I forgot one more thing, guys. Come on now. I forgot my soy sauce. Yes, I put soy sauce on the inside. So I don't know why I'm forgetting everything today, but okay. So we just lift her up and we put some soy sauce on the inside. Awesome flavor. All right, so now we brush butter all over the bird. All over. You want this bird, and you can pour it on, but you kind of want to make sure you cover everything. So I like to baste it on like this. I like to rub it on with a brush. This is going to help crisp up her skin, as well as keep her moist. And the last thing we need to do is add a little water into the bottom of the skillet. Just a little bit of water in the bottom. Now we want to add our Himalayan salt. Always add your salt after you've put your butter on, because that way you don't brush it off. If you are putting any other seasonings on your bird, make sure you put them on after you put your butter on so you won't brush them off. We're going to loosely cover her up, put her in the oven. She's going to take about 3 hours to cook, and we'll be back. Hey, I just got the oven open. I've gone in a couple of times and basted her. Oh my goodness, she has popped. That means she is done on the inside. So now we're going to remove the foil. Look how golden brown she's turning already. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness, see, her internal thermometer has popped. So now we're just going to rotate her around a little bit, and then we're going to leave her in here. Keep rotating her ever so often. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that beautiful skin. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness, guys, we are all done. Now we just want to go in and take the foil off of the leg part. Yes, thank you all so much for coming and hanging around with me today. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Ooh, it's hot. Oh my goodness. Take your thermometer out. Doesn't she look amazing? Look at that beautiful color on her. All over the place. And I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise.